So, with that said, what does all this mean for Jack Grealish?
I mean, first of all, I've got to say, I'm a fully paid up member of the Jack Grealish fan club.
And me.
And me. I feel like I need to just...
Let's hope Jack's watching. Yeah. So, look, I think it's sad what's happened at Manchester City over the past couple of seasons, really, because he hasn't been getting as much game time as he feels he should. And it really cost him his place in the England squad for the Euros last summer as well. You know, I spoke to a lot of fans out there in Germany last summer. They were looking forward to seeing Jack Grealish because he's a big name, he's a big superstar. He's got lots of fans around the world and he's just not playing at Manchester City. I don't know what the issue is between him and perhaps Pep Guardiola, but he's going to be left out of this squad to go to the USA next week. His representatives are anticipating, I assume, that they will have lots of offers for him, especially towards the end of the window. The issue is he's got 2 years left on his contract. He's a City player. If he has to, he'll fight for his place. If he's told, we've got this offer, will you consider it? I'm sure he'll consider it with his representatives. But you have to remember, he's a £100 million player. He's on big wages, supposedly £300,000 a week. There's not that many clubs who can afford to pay that. So I wonder if it's going to be a case that he will leave City towards the end of the main window, perhaps on loan. I think personally he's still got a lot to offer. I would love to see him moving to a club who are in the Champions League, perhaps in the Premier League or in Germany or in Spain or in Italy. And he's always got the option of Saudi Arabian clubs as well, because he's a big star in Saudi Arabia. And I know quite a few Saudi Pro League clubs would love to sign him. But if he was to go to Saudi Arabia, I don't think it would necessarily be the end of his England career, because look what's happened to Ivan Toney.
Exactly.
But I think he'd be a big miss for English football, because we need Jack Grealish to be playing regularly, entertaining. You know, we need entertainers.
Yeah.
And at Manchester City, under Pep Guardiola, he proved that he's not just an entertainer, because people said, how's it going to work out for him at City playing under Pep Guardiola? Is he going to be diligent? Is he going to be tracked back? Is he going to do what he's told? Well, he has, but for whatever reason, it's still not enough.
Well, the fact is, he has got to play because there's a World Cup coming, which means we can go back to Barcelona, speak to our football correspondent, Rob Dorset, who's with the England squad. Rob, we're 12 months away from a World Cup. Grealish obviously wants to play in a World Cup. Is he on Thomas Tuchel's radar?
He's very much on Thomas Tuchel's radar. But look, I agree with a lot of what Carve just said there. For me, this is very simple. If Jack Grealish wants to play for England at the World Cup next summer, then he's got to be playing more football. And I think the only way he can do that is by leaving Manchester City. That's a pretty stark statement, but I think that's the reality we are now at. Look, the facts of the matter are that Pep Guardiola doesn't see him as part of his first 15, 16 players. He's not getting on the pitch very much. If you look at the stats, Mike, this is staggering. He's made only 7 Premier League starts all season for Manchester City, Jack Grealish. And this is the stat that really speaks to me. At the business end of the season, when Pep Guardiola was chasing Champions League football and trying to put his strongest team out every single week, Jack Grealish played just 4 minutes in City's final 7 Premier League matches.